It's been busy, like 15 minutes.
It has.
Mommy, do you want to see what it turns into?
Sure, baby.
Okay. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh, this one just can't be trusted. Burn!
Just make sure all the pieces get back in the box, honey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, it's me on there. Hello, Hannah. How are you?
Hey, no thanks, because having that on the screen will drive me insane. And then my chat.
Mommy, is this how we
They're all
play?
there.
Hey, Mama, how are you?
Is this how we play?
Hi, Mama.
What time is it? How late are we?
It is 6:08.
Oh, we're not
Minutes
too
late.
bad.
We actually had dinner before we did this.
I know. So, sorry we're late, y'all. I started ribs when we got home from church, and it was the first time in probably 2 years I've done ribs.
It's been a while.
And first time I've ever done ribs on the grill. So we got done with those. And we're like, oh, we got enough time. And Hannah asks Alexa, crap, I said the name. Never mind. Asks that thing what time it was. And it says 5:55, and I had just sat down with my second plate of ribs. So
I set up.
we scarfed that down. Hannah set up after she finished her. She only got one plate because she's a lady, and I'm
No,
me. Yes, she is.
If it was Chinese food, I would have had
no,
two.
she's not.
Um,
Mommy's a boy.
no. So, yeah, that's why we're late, because I said, you know what? These ribs are worth being, 4 or 5 minutes late. And they were very yummy. We had two. I mean, I need to work on the technique a lot. They were a little tough.
Yeah, but it's the first time we've done pork anything
That's true.
in a while.
In a long time. I mean, bacon, but
Well, I mean, that bacon and sausage.
I don't count bacon and sausage as a pork product.
Even though they totally are.
But yeah, and if you notice, I took the rest of the beard off. The beard was only here and like a really bad chin strap. And that was the only thing that had any kind of length. So the short part, it was curving really bad, and it just made everything else look bad. I don't like the color, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be for a little bit.
Kind of blends
Adrian,
in with your shirt a little bit.
this shirt, but what about when I wear my purple one? Adrian from hey there, Miss Nichols. Adrian from Farmstead Smith mentioned something about henna, like that you do for the hands.
Yeah.
But put it in your hair.
Oh.
So I may look into that. My brother.
Yeah, it's supposed to last for a while, Hannah.
Yeah, my brother said it's already open because of the bleach. So to get some semi-permanent that's my color and put it in, and it should take it back. But I mean, I'm trying to go as long as I can without
Messing with this.
Yeah, with no chemicals, so it can be as healthy as possible come Christmas when I go to bleach again. And I'm just praying I get some kind of length. It takes me a long time to grow facial hair. Like, what I had, I was going on 4 years worth of length. I mean, I would trim it up every now and then, but I wasn't ever taking any length.
You also went to the barber one time, and they took quite a bit off.
They did take quite a bit off. So, but I still know, just because of the texture. Like, if I put a relaxer in it, it would be really long, but it doesn't work that way.
No, I keep moisturizing it though.
Yeah, I mean, I still do oil and stuff. Anyway, so how are y'all doing? I hope everything is finding well. I was really sad because I realized today that winter is pretty much over. not only is it still daylight out, or at least it was. Now it's dusk, but
yeah, no, it is.
it was daylight out 5 minutes ago when I looked outside.
I'm okay with it being light out.
The grass is starting to grow again, and I have not got my mower running. That's all right. Rick's coming back here soon, so he'll be able to help me. I gotta tear the bottom end off of it and see how that's working. But things are just, well, I thought things were slowing down, but I have 2 meetings this week, plus the lodge, plus whatever else. Saturday.
Tell that to our outside.
Yeah. Saturday, I get to do something that's, what, 2 years in the making?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, it's not you.
We never have money during the summer.
So
It happens.
I used to really be into the Joe Rogan Experience.
You
And
still
so,
listen to them every now and then.
yeah, I was listening to every single episode. Now, if, like, The Undertaker was on there this week, so I was listening to that. I'll only listen to it if the guest intrigues me. But he was always talking about sensory deprivation tanks, and I really wanted to. We found a local place. So, like 2 years ago, Hannah said, "Hey, it's coming back. It was just too bad.
We start dying.
It was, yeah. I'll start dyeing it again in August. It's just gonna be a little shorter beard
7 months.
this year. Yeah, I'm hoping.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Sensory deprivation tank.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to do a sensory deprivation tank on Saturday, and I'm really excited for that.
I'm gonna go get new glasses, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I need to go to the eye doctor. I could barely see past her this morning.
I feel like that.
Yeah, we may have to move this to Saturday next week.
What was Sunday again?
The pastor of our church is Owen.
Owen Thomas. There's one more over there by the TV.
The pastor of our church is retiring, and Sunday is his last week. So they're having a send-off party for him. So we're gonna go to that Sunday night.
That goes in there too.
We're gonna go to that Sunday night,
Yeah.
and
I'll do it Saturday.
yeah, we'll try to do it Saturday.
You can put them in there, right?
Oh, and can't see the grass here. Plus, more snow expected tomorrow. I'm envious of you. It's supposed to be in the 90s. I think my mom said this week. I never look at the weather.
Here?
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, that's awful.
I agree.
I mean, maybe it'll get my seats to start doing something.
I don't know. We are struggling. I think it's been too cold, even with the greenhouse, to get these seeds to pop. I've even thought about hanging a heat lamp in there at night. I don't know if that's a smart idea or not.
I
But
tried zipping the door closed this time because during the summer we didn't zip it because it was way too hot. But I tried
Excuse
zipping
me,
it
guys, sorry.
to see if that would help this time, but so far nothing.
yeah. Gonna get some snow this week too.
We're gonna get some snow.
No, we
No.
are not. We are not. honey.
I wish we were.
All right, put that right here.
There's one missing.
Well, I'm sure we'll find it.
I don't know where it went. Hey there, Keto Homestead with Jess. How are you doing today?
In your phone, in your bedroom, you may.
That's
Yep.
what I was talking.
Yeah, in your bedroom,
Yep.
you may.
I heard someone get excited. Yeah, he loves the idea of snow and he likes playing with snow.
But he doesn't like to be cold.
Sadly, I think he is more of a Florida boy than I anticipated. We're doing pretty good. I'm fed and happy. So the reason why we were late, I mentioned earlier, we made ribs. I made both racks of ribs because I didn't think, or no, not because I didn't think. I made both racks of ribs because our vacuum sealer went to crap on us. So I wasn't able to resave one. So I made them both. And one rub I used was.
Go find a snack first, and then you can have that.
One rub I used was the. Hey, Rainy Cat, how are you? Jess Pryles. If you don't know who Jess Pryles is and you eat meat, you need to go check her stuff out.
Is that the seasoning we got?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
She's who I learned what reverse sear was. So before I got my sous vide.
Such a long process.
Yeah,
oh
but
good, but golly day.
Sous vide was the same way.
Yeah, but you put that in there, and you put it in there a few hours before you need it, and you don't have to do anything else with it.
Drop, I get that. That's kind of how he is. He hates being cold.
He doesn't. Like, he likes playing in snow, but other than that, he wants to be in a swimsuit in water.
Mm-hmm.
Or he doesn't even care if he has a swimsuit. He'll go in jeans. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He just likes water.
But unless it's frozen water. And then, this is stupid. I hate this. we went ice skating. Took him ice skating for the first time last Monday.
Mm-hmm.
She said my feet are getting cold. Yeah, and it's been 10 years since I've ice skated and Hannah. Obviously, she's better than me. It's in her blood. She can skate backwards. I cannot. No matter how many times I try. I rollerbladed most of my childhood. I love it, and
rollerblading's fun too.
I never could go in reverse.
I don't think I ever could with rollerblades. I can't with ice skates though.
Yeah,
rollerblades have the brake on the back.
Not if you take them off like I do. That it is. When we were out there, -50 was the coldest we got.
I thought it felt amazing, but I was also pregnant.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me as much, but it was wonderful.
The only time the cold out there really bothered me, because I would never wear a jacket going to the town. I'm going to be in a car for an hour. What? I mean, it's warm, and then you feel good while you're in the parking lot as you're walking into the store. So I never...
Yeah, it's good.
Well, then we got a flat tire, and I had to take one of the girls... one of our students, one of her jackets, because nobody else brought a jacket but her. And so I'm, fat guy in a little coat. I had to put it on like front ways, and just to keep my arms warm enough to be able to change a tire. So that was the only time the cold in Montana was too much. One lady I work with lives in Butte. She's always says it's in the negatives, and I start laughing. Yeah, I would love that.
I don't mind it.
If it wasn't for the remoteness of the Arctic Circle,
yeah,
I would move to the Arctic Circle.
Although, I could do with less people.
Not that less. Not that less where you have to cut in an airway and you have a plane come in once a year.
Oh, no, I don't want that. I'm just saying I could use
you have a plane come in and drop off.
That we shop with.
Well, I could
on
too.
The road, I could just use a lot less.
I could too. We got to move up with the Amish. I thought the elves evicted you, Santa. Yeah, I struggled so much. I probably should have done this right after Christmas, but I didn't want to. And one, I put so much pride into having a long beard. Like, it's part of who I am. It's almost, and I know that's stupid, but it's almost my identity, self-identity anyway, is big beard. But the second, and probably most self-conscious, I know I got a big double chin. And I also got a big gut. So my shirt will pull my shirt down, or my gut will pull my shirt down when I have to tuck it in. And the beard covered all that. And so now I'm going to be really self-conscious, especially at school. So probably no more t-shirts for a while.
Oh, we have like 3 for this week.
Yeah, I know. I need to just go buy some more.
I'll fix it. Well, they're all school shirts, but...
Do they make... Do they make male versions of the belly bands for t-shirts?
Would you just do, is it like a dickie that Howard Wolowitz wears?
Yeah. Do they make a reverse dickie? Or, right? Is that what I'm thinking of? Belly bands for pregnant women that they
Yeah.
attach to the jeans?
No, I don't. I didn't attach it. It's like a spaghetti strap shirt without spaghetti straps.
Oh.
That just goes around your belly.
Well, do they make something like that to extend my shirts? I'm so oddly proportioned. I have stubby legs, but a super tall trunk. And so regular shirts just don't fit me.
In the same way.
I was talking about something. I know I was.
Your beard.
Before that.
I'm self-conscious.
No, before that.
Ice skating.
Yes. And, oh, hey there, Patty. How are you? Hope you're okay there in Portland. But yeah, he went around 3 times, killed our back.
The first time took like an hour, like
Yeah.
45 minutes.
The last time he
bad.
went around, we were shot.
I heard.
Negan and that, but doing well, otherwise good. Yeah, we were shot by the last time. He loved it and was ready to go around it. I'm like, sorry, bud. My back, my legs, everything. We were done. There was no more times
It
taking
hurts
him
so
around.
bad.
We went around a couple more times. He only made it 4.
I went around several times. Like I'd left you guys and then would come back to about the same spot.
Yeah. That's really high. Did we sink? Was our couch collapsing on us?
Oh, you're the one who normally sets that up, so I don't know how tall you make it.
Oh no, I'm saying I set it up right there. Told me the only reason I'm alive is because it's illegal to hunt Sasquatch in Washington State. I find it hard to get long sleeve shirts to fit my arms. Yeah, maybe. Was it Georgia that they just said they're trying to make a Sasquatch season?
I don't think it was Georgia.
Yeah, so don't go there. But that's funny. Yeah, I struggle, and being a big guy, like, I don't know, it's just weird. Oklahoma is gonna have a Sasquatch season. In Georgia, they'd probably just kill the Sasquatch and eat it before telling anybody.
Nobody gotta know.
Yeah, but then anyway, they have to live trap Sasquatch. You mean? Sasquatches are too smart for a live trap. I've seen Sasquatch.
Yeah.
We won't get too deep into it, but we've seen Sasquatch.
It was a really weird experience.
Yeah.
Kept us awake the rest of the way home, though.
That is true. Well, and that was also when we were having big conversations about Masons. That was that night, too. So that kept us awake, too. But, yeah, I love the idea of Sasquatch and all that stuff. I just wish I could find shirts that would... Maybe... There you go. Drop. That's what we need to do. We need to get together. You've seen some and unite us, and you tell myself, see? It's always nice to find other believers. We need to get together and come up with, we'll call it Sasquatch apparel, and it's for long-armed, big guys with a long trunk.
I feel like you just described Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, well, I mean, look at me. But Sasquatch apparel or gorilla wear. I don't know. That's an idea. If I knew how to make clothes, I'd just make my own, but I can't measure well enough. I can't do any of that stuff. I try. What? Are you looking up and see if there already is a Sasquatch apparel?
I was going to actually look for the museum in LJ, see if they had any.
They have probably
t-shirts.
suits. Gorilla wear sounds cool. Yeah. Of course, then it's probably... I don't want to get political. Let's say some Che Guevara sympathizer would probably come out with their own and then try to do a cease and desist letter to me. I'm like, no, it's spelled differently, but you're too stupid to know that. My sister gave me some of that smoked salmon when she came over from Seattle. I said Sasquatch approved. I was like, I didn't endorse this. Oh. Is there not already gorilla wear? I know there's Gorilla Tape, but they may have a clothing. I don't know.
No, they don't have anything.
See if there's a Gorilla Wear. If not, I'm digging that Sasquatch apparel. If I make a hat, is that enough to trademark a clothing line?
Gorilla Wear.
Okay, there is a Gorilla Wear. But that's actual gorilla. Yes.
Is Barney Beetle because he's actually made out of magic?
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination.
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen to the song, dude.
I don't think he still understands. Hey, bud. So does that mean Barney's real or not? If he's in our imagination. But hey, when you're pretending Barney's real, he's real. But in real life, he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Bigfoot t-shirt, Sasquatch.
Just look up Sasquatch apparel. Like type that in.
Sasquatch apparel on Amazon.
Oh.
Can I have some popcorn?
You may.
Got one chuckle out of my sister. I didn't endure this.
Heirloom permaculture says hello.
Hey, Heirloom Permaculture. I'm sorry, I gotta stop touching the screen. I'll just look at the things over here.
Yeah, but there's no clothing stuff on the LJ one.
I'm gonna come up with something. And I'm gonna make a hat just enough to trademark it as a clothing line. Even though I don't have any other shirts or anything.
Yep.
So what do y'all think about hanging a heat lamp in the greenhouse at night?
I wonder if it'll do anything.
Because we're struggling to get these seeds to pop. And I don't know, how long have they been out there? For a while? I don't know, they've been out there for a little while.
A week.
And just not popping. And I guarantee there are all sorts of service.
Marks on Sasquatch.
Yeah, probably.
I don't have heat mats though.
Yeah, eventually we'll get those, but all we have right now are
Lamps.
heat lamps, yeah.
It's not without hope. They could still sprout. It's just, it may be slower because it's not as warm.
Bottom heat, okay, that makes sense.
We could always move those seeds down a shelf and put the lamps on the bottom.
Yeah. Put lamp under table. Used to work as a propagator. Cheap mystery heaters. Maybe. They're on clearance here now. We don't have shop lights. I used to. And then I gave them to your dad.
Yeah, we have chicken heat lamps. That's about it.
Yeah.
I forgot to load it.
Silly. How many flats do you have out there?
2.
That's it?
Mm-hmm. There's like 70 in each.
Oh. That's right, they're big flats.
Yeah.
The old waterbed heaters work for bottom heat. Just need to test them. What would probably cost less to run heat mats and heat lamps. Yeah, with the mystery heater, if you ever had your heat go down in the winter, you could use it to keep yourself warm in the house. We used to have plenty of those. Hey there, Chris and Christy, how are you? When we lived in North Carolina, we didn't have heat in the house.
The trailer was so cold.
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold enough, and I don't know why we never warmed our plates up.
I think I did sometimes.
Yeah.
Like towards the end, I finally figured that out, but.
Yeah, so we had all kinds of heaters. The one that was the hottest or most, like put out the most, was a quartz heater. Infrared quartz heater.
They won't need sun, put them in the hottest room. Our AC, like our temperatures in here fluctuate too much to, I think.
Yeah, that's why we started using the greenhouse for seating. is because we set the thermostat for 62 at night, and we shut it off during the day. So, I mean, when it's cool outside, the most it's going to get is around 70. But when it's hot outside, it could get up to 80 easily. Top fridge is nice and toasty.
There's a vent blowing right at it, though.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I saw another one. Do you have a heating pad? Oh, we could look that up. We could go to like a church thrift store. I'm sure they got some heating pads.
If you can find one open.
Yeah, that's true.
Face closet.
Can I keep it in the microwave for a bit so it could cool off?
Just bring me the bag. I'll open it for you. So
He did that
don't get burned.
earlier the other day, and I ate it.
I will eat it. Don't worry.
He came
it's
back
not on
and was
Daddy's
like,
diet.
and I'm like, go make another bag.
Not sure how big the greenhouse is. It's what, 6 foot by
No, I know how to
3.5,
now.
4 foot.
I
know how
don't-
to
I
open
think
it
it's-
now.
I think it's like 5 by 4.
Oh, 5 by 4.
It's not big, but it's got a lot of room
Try
in
one.
it.
Try one. Ow! Don't stick your hand in there right now, bud. Sheesh.
Is that too hot for you?
The heat coming up is. Ooh, look how yellow that is.
That's how I ended up eating his other bag.
I don't like that though. Take that away.
Take it.
Be careful.
Says heating pads need to be waterproof, so no shorting out.
I could wrap it in a plastic garbage bag, couldn't I? Or that would melt, wouldn't it? Well. Oh, thank you, Raven Cat.
Bye.
All right, have a good one, Miss Patty. Yeah, so I mean, it gets hot in there during the summer. It's well over
It's
100
too-
degrees.
During the summer,
It fries everything.
I leave the door unzipped and I try to have the windows up because it'll fry everything in there. But this is the first time we've used it at this time of year, so I'm not exactly sure if I'm doing everything right.
Oil-filled,
Heater
like
in
a
there.
radiator heater kind of thing. I don't know if they have any of those here.
They already got swimwear out this summer, guys.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get the pool going. I'm just waiting for it to cold enough that I'm not gonna freeze
Warm enough.
vacuuming it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Oil-filled heaters, most have water in them now. Okay. We used to have one of those too, didn't we? We had a lot of different heaters.
We did because we had one in our bedroom, one in our bathroom, and then one in the living room that did not make a bit of difference. We would get our dinner from the oven, and by the time we got to the couch, under the heated blanket with a heater pointing at us, our food was cold like it had been in the fridge.
Yeah.
And the heater in the living room got it up to 40 degrees in there.
Yeah. It was cold enough that we were watching our breath while we were watching TV.
It's very entertaining.
Extra tray. What about using a towel covered in hot water under it? Maybe, but we would have to.
It would have to be changed a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna look up the heating pads. See if that'll work.
You okay?
Uber.
Said I use them all over the place. I save about half on my electric
Are you okay?
bill.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the sound of me. I'm doing something.
Not suspicious at all.
Use the radiator style
these.
heaters. Yeah. We do have
I don't
that heater my dad left here.
Oh yeah, it's.
But I don't want to use that in case
outside,
it
yeah.
rains or something, and I don't want to mess that up.
You can get 75-watt heater elements for like lizards. They don't produce light.
We have that for the fish tank.
We do.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
Sure. You can clamp it on the racks.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I just
Some good ideas.
don't know. I'm used to starting seeds way late in March. So I have no idea what I'm doing right now on time.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, we wanted to start it right after Christmas.
But
It just,
it was actually quite chilly here for a little bit.
yeah, it just wasn't working between the weather and we didn't have any days off to do it. So I'm starting later than what I wanted to, and I'm sure what. What's up, Charlie? How are you?
Charlie.
And I'm sure what Mary wanted us to. And I apologize, Mary. I'm sorry. I did my darndest.
I followed the guide though. I planted
Yeah.
what it said for January.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Grow lights will keep it heated too. What's the lowest it's getting there right now for temperature?
It's been in like the 30s and 40s a few times.
Yeah. It doesn't get. It's only got freezing twice this winter.
It hasn't. We haven't had frost on the window for a few days.
Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that, bud. I don't have live TV, so I don't know. Please tell me that cheater's losing. I know he was winning earlier.
Is he paying us? To
Oh,
get
hey,
off?
Wide. How are you? What?
Is he paying us to get off right now?
Paying? Maybe.
We haven't watched sports in a few years.
Can I see your phone? I'm curious now that I brought it up.
I don't know. Who's in the playoffs?
Well, the Chiefs are, and I'm expecting they're going to win the Super Bowl again. But I just want to see if Green Bay came back. Oh, saying hi to ESPN.
I need coffee.
There we go. I'll get you coffee when we get done. This one's got an issue.
No.
Yeah. It's in the playoffs, Tampa.
I'll hear about that
I hate
tomorrow.
Dadgummit.
My first period kids love
Ugh.
Tampa.
I hope Brady breaks a leg.
You're so kind and compassionate.
I am with everybody else but Brady. I hate Brady more than I hate the Flyers.
We quit watching football because we didn't have TV.
Yeah.
We watched the Super Bowl.
That's yeah. Well,
And I watched that for the commercials.
We log in with someone else's. Yeah, so it's not
Hi,
exactly
Charlie.
kosher how we're watching it. What's he say? All right, take it easy, bud. Brady, he was a good QB. He cheated. If it wasn't for his willingness to cheat, even at Tampa Bay, he cheated before the season started. If it wasn't for his willingness to cheat, the coaches requiring everybody to cheat, and the just stacked roster they had around him, he wouldn't even be in the conversation. Then you look at Peyton Manning, who he had a couple decent receivers, I'm going to give you that. But he was putting up numbers were ridiculous. He carried that team. Peyton Manning's the greatest quarterback that's ever lived.
I watch hockey.
And I'll fight anybody over that.
I watch hockey. I don't care about football.
Hey, Repurposed, how you doing today? Anyway, I won't go off on my super big long rant. He just used cheap football so I couldn't hold hair. It's because he has girl hands. All right, I gotta get this man off your phone.
Ooh.
Tom Brady. Horrible person. But yeah, I was bummed when Saints lost. I'm a Purdue fan, so of course I'm gonna follow, Drew Brees pretty well.
I think LA was one of the best players.
He was
ever.
one of the best ever, even though I don't like what he did to the Colts. But he definitely was up there. I still don't think he touches Manning by a long shot. I think Manning is so far removed from the conversation. I don't think he's a Wayne Gretzky situation.
Mm-mm.
Wayne Gretzky.
Nobody's a Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky is so far ahead of everybody. I would say Wayne Gretzky's probably the greatest athlete that's ever lived. Only because he's dominated so much that he has records that will never be touched. Even with the new style of play, he has records that will never be touched. Matter of fact, um, he got records. He definitely was smart. Gretzky got records after he retired. That's how good he was. Um, so I don't think Peyton Manning is at that level, but I do think he's the greatest quarterback, at least in his position.
I like his commercials.
Yeah, he's got some good commercials.
Funny.
Elway's definitely on the list. I'd put him in the top 10. Um,
And he is a Canadian. He is from Brantford. All the places to be from. Why is it gotta be?
hey, Whiskey and Sunshine, good seeing you. We're doing pretty good. I hope you are as well. And he's Canadian. Yeah, her mom used to be the beautician for his sister and
Grandmother.
grandmother.
His art.
She never got to meet him though, right?
I think he dropped him off a couple times. I don't think she
Oh.
met him. Art's kids.
That's right.
Played
Her
with him.
her step grandpa. I don't know. That's weird. Art.
He married my grandma.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I've never heard of a step grandpa, but there. When his kids were growing up, they were friends with Wayne, and Wayne would come over and play
They
hockey
played
in their basement and stuff, which is pretty neat. I mean, closest thing I could think of to Wayne Gretzky is going to be Michael Jordan. But, well, I mean, he was the greatest basketball player. Don't come in here with that LeBron garbage. There's no. If they called traveling, LeBron wouldn't have a career.
Michael Jackson's not a good actor, though.
Michael Jackson was a singer.
I mean, Jordan. I'm so tired. You need to make me coffee right now. Michael Jordan.
She's got a coffee problem, y'all.
He all I could think of is all I could think of is
100%.
all I could think of is Space Jam, and he was quite terrible.
That's the only thing he's done.
But that's a great movie anyway.
He wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad.
But
it doesn't stop me from watching it.
He was a better actor than those Harry Potter kids in the first movie.
Oh, you know what? Go eat dirt.
Anyway, so how is everybody? We've been crazy busy. Monday we were off school. Tuesday we took off because we had some doctor's appointments out of town. So Monday we also had doctor's appointments. So we did the ice skating, and then the night before that, so the Sunday before that, right? Sunday?
Yeah, it was Sunday. Last Sunday.
We took Owen to play putt-putt and to an arcade. And so we've just been going non-stop. Crazy. Had to replace my 25-year-old water heater this week. It was time. Easy to install.
I've heard they're not that bad to install anymore.
No, you don't even have to solder anymore. I mean, unless you want to, but
I don't want to.
soldering's not bad. But that's good that it was an easy install. Those are no fun. Now, are they stupid in your area and tell you have to get a permit to replace your hot water heater? I don't. I just replaced my hot water heater. Same thing with
Unless they are gonna, when you buy it, set you up with an appointment for it. What are they gonna do?
yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah. The same thing with yard sales. They want you to buy a permit for a yard sale around here. Guess what? I'm not buying a permit for a yard sale either.
I don't think most people do.
No, every now and then you do see one, and I'm like,
Code enforcement doesn't usually work on Saturdays. So.
yeah. Well, if you live out this far, you better be your own electrician, carpenter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It takes you 3 weeks to get an appointment, and they want $200 just to show up. Dang. We are busy keeping the wood stove going and staying warm. Yeah. I wish I had that problem. I had to turn the AC on early because it got hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got a lot coming up. No real big projects on the horizon other than getting the garden.
We got to get the garden. You got to get the lawnmower. You really need to get the lawnmower done before the grass really starts.
Well,
growing.
I mean, I can cut with the green lawnmower.
Yeah.
It's just a pain in the butt. I want that red one working.
I feel like there was something else we were supposed to do.
I know.
I don't remember what it is.
So Tim over at Ridge Life had a contest a couple months ago
Oh yeah.
for Super Clean, and I ended up winning a package. And I've sold Super Clean when I worked at Advance, and I've seen it. I just never used it. Hannah's been using it around here to clean certain things, and it's worked wonderfully.
We have really bad water, so it takes care
Yeah.
of a lot of the water stains.
Mm-hmm. Well, our house needs cleaned again, and our pressure washer went out, so I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do to clean the house. And I just on a whim, I said, "Bring me that Super Clean." I sprayed just a little corner. I didn't even have to scrub it. It melted all that algae and stuff off the house. So I'm probably going to be doing a video over that here soon.
I got seeds from Mary 2 weeks and they have not germinated yet. First time using them. Her seeds are usually pretty good.
Yeah,
It's very rare that I have seeds from Mary that don't sprout.
Yeah.
It's either something I feel I'm doing wrong, or it's just a delay because it's not as warm as it normally is.
Yeah, she has a 99% germination rate on average.
Her seeds are pretty good. And most of the time, if I can't get them to sprout, it's been my fault.
Yeah, so this is us. But
yeah, because we've used her pretty exclusively for like the last 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
It's been longer than that. We've had the chickens for almost 3.
2, I thought.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I've slept since then, but yeah, we're thinking it's the.
I think it's the weather.
It's.
So as long as I just keep them wet.
It shocks them.
Got seeds at those box stores, and most of them didn't sprout.
My offer for seeds last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I had pea plants last year that I think somebody gave me a pack, and I tried them, and I don't think they did anything. And they weren't one of Mary's. But yeah, generally I have good results with her seeds.
Mm-hmm. Now
she's very helpful too.
Oh yeah, she's awesome customer service. And planted a few, but nothing yet.
Okay, so maybe it's I don't know.
I grow only heirloom seeds. I test, germinate, and sample the seeds I grow. Yeah, that's what Mary says. It's all heirloom, heirloom varieties.
Pretty seeds.
Yeah.
The Vortex ones are really pretty.
They are. Are we growing those?
Not right now because we're not supposed to grow beans. The list said so.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as we can, I want to grow those. Also, I want to do some of the bush style tomatoes.
Bush style tomatoes. I have like 3.
What's up, CJM?
I have like
how you doing, bud?
3 different types of tomato. 3 or 4 different types of tomatoes out there right now. Some of them are vining. Some of them are not.
Yeah. All right. How you both doing today? I'm fed and happy. Can't complain. But yeah, all her stuff is heirloom. I grew 4-foot row of green pole beans.
Wow.
I was getting 1.5 pounds. Oh wow. You're getting sick of green beans. Yeah. You might not want to grow those Vortex, though. I think you probably should. Those are some incredible beans.
I need to do that with peas because I can't grow enough peas.
Yeah. That's because Owen will get home from school. He immediately goes to the garden and eats all the peas that are on the vine. That's why the main reason why we grow organic.
I want to try. I think I have some. No, I don't know if I have Brussels sprouts. I have a paper that I don't know what I did with it. That what I planted.
Yeah.
But Owen loves Brussels sprouts.
Yeah,
too.
Owen would love us to grow Brussels sprouts, but no.
They're little baby cabbages.
I don't like cabbage.
Cabbages, yeah.
Do they taste like cabbages?
No, they taste a little different, and the texture is a little bit different too.
I don't know. I won't tell you what I think Brussels sprouts taste like. Just because you love Brussels sprouts, so I'm not going to throw a shade like that.
The plant looks really cool.
It does. But, I mean, my favorite flower is from the
Okra.
vegetable.
From
Um,
okra.
I've
But-
had very little luck growing Brussels sprouts. They bolt too fast. Broccoli, I found bolts way too fast too.
I tried that once.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it to do anything. It just flowered.
And again, it could just be because where we are, going to raid your seed collection. It could just be where we are. And also, we rarely do things on time. No. This is the closest we've ever gotten to being on time.
I followed her list.
So, yeah. Typically, we're like a month and a half, 2 months late into the season before we finally get stuff in the ground. So this is the first time where we're on thing. That's what I was told. Grow them indoors and then put them out.
That's what I did before, but it just...
Oh, hey, David. How are you?
It doesn't stay warm
she's
enough.
awesome. She just posted today a pretty big deal going on. I haven't
been on her site in a bit.
Oh, I haven't worked up my affiliate link yet. You better be on the ball this year. It's just bugging you. I am. Well, she is.
Is she bugging you?
What?
Maybe.
No.
Oh.
CJM Farm says just bugging you.
Oh. I thought you said she is, and I was
no,
like...
I read fast. Yeah, Hannah's on the ball. I'm not. I'm waiting to see some sprouts before I go through, because there's going to be so much work pulling all the, from all the soil from those buckets to mix in coconut coir pith. So I'm waiting until I see sprouts, and then I'll do it.
David.
All right.
That's so loud.
I did a video on when I laid out my seeds. They're 1/4 to 1 pound packages. It takes about 6 by 8 area. Oh no.
No, it's... I mean, Jacob, it's
I know.
battery. There you go. You
Sorry,
just need
y'all.
to plug it in. Your cord is right there.
That's what I was calling him.
I'll get it.
Well, you can if you'd like.
He doesn't really understand you banging on the wall means come here.
Oh,
sorry, friends.
sorry, guys. Mostly peppers. Last year, I got tons of vegetables this year. She did mention that she got some Peter peppers in.
I got some of those.
Yeah, well, she got some more in. She just posted. She just got some more in, but it's limited supply. So if you want some Peter peppers,
I don't have great success with peppers at all.
we need to talk to Sheila. We need to just get Sheila over here and say, look,
Yeah.
you plant it, and we'll grow it to be half or something. I don't know.
Broccoli, you need to cut off the top flowers so it will sprout on the sides. Otherwise, the broccoli will just bolt.
Yeah, good to know.
Good to know. Yes, because Owen likes that one too. He likes all the really weird vegetables that most people don't like. Yes, baby.
Kitty got me doing please fast.
Why don't you
Why?
go get your cup and get some water?
Something
Probably got popcorn in his throat.
He's so dramatic.
I
All right,
mean,
let's
if you
just
don't
say-
give him water right now, he will dry up and die.
Yep.
No, I won't.
People
That's not
overwaters
this time.
peppers.
That's not this time.
Oh, don't
This time
overwater
those
peppers.
shells got in my throat.
Yeah, so sure, I had a good 15 that grew great. Okay, good points.
Mommy, can I
It's
get
so
another
true,
from
overwatering. I think if anything, we overwater instead of underwater.
No, sir.
It's too it's too
It
late.
is. It's almost 7. It's okay.
Once every 2 to 3 days.
Okay. It's just I water them mostly when I see if they're starting to wilt.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
The first year we grew peppers. Now, granted, we got it already started. They were starts. I think that's. Well, I don't know, but we did pretty well on the serrano peppers.
That serrano peppers I've done well with. That's the only one. It says it was too hard with the stormy weather. Then the high heat in the summer that did some in. That's been our problem because we plant so late. By the time we get it in the ground and it's like ready to go, it's so hot. And then usually the month of June, it doesn't stop raining.
Yeah.
And we couldn't, our flower beds were just so wet.
Yeah, to the point. When is your last frost? We haven't had one. No, we had one.
Frosted it last week.
Yeah.
I've had 2 or 3 actually.
It frosted. I know we've only had to scrape the windows off once, which makes me laugh because these Floridians around here, they don't have anything. Well, I have all my stuff from when we lived up north, so I was able to scrape it off no problem. But yeah, everybody else, they're using their debit cards. You suckers. But
I've been dropping seeds in the ground since I was 5. We had a large garden when I was a kid. Only way our parents could feed us, and we all worked in the garden. Oh, I love gardening. Owen does too. I get him out there. People.
Yeah. Yeah, we that's our goal. I mean, if we can get to the point, and I can't wait to move up north where it's good soil, not
Florida
like
soil.
what we have here. It's
sand and
I don't know how people grow. There's actually a farm maybe 5 miles away, if that they grow corn. I don't know how they grow corn on an agricultural scale in Florida.
I've gotten it to be tall, but I can't get it to actually produce a whole cob of corn.
Yeah, no, they're growing like what I lived in Indiana, Like they're growing.
We had that in Canada too.
Corn.
We played in the cornfields while our parents played baseball. It's probably very creepy. You never know who could be in there.
Yeah.
Chicken poop.
We call them people. Yeah. But yeah, our goal is to be able to do that. To one, teach Owen, so he doesn't have to learn.
Do compost. I have a compost bin that needs to get out of the chicken coop.
Yeah, we have a compost bin, but no, we don't compost. It'll be my second year growing. I'm doing some in the ground, but most will be in containers or raised beds.
That's what ours are, is containers.
I lost one.
I grew corn last year. I got small cobs, not bad for the first time, but once again, the growing time, I just got out of my growing time.
Yeah, you got to be real careful up there. He's in Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah. Right? Or are you outside and Jeremy is... I don't remember. Pretty sure you're in Toronto.
Yep.
Okay. Darn it, the other name is escaping my brain. Anyway, fish heads under the corn seeds will make them grow.
Tried fish fertilizer and got stinkhorn mushrooms. Those things smell awful.
Yeah, that was bad. I heard something that blew my mind, and Mary said she's going to talk about it on a live coming up that I'm stoked about. It was science fair this week at school, and one of my students, I said, "Hey, how'd you do?" She goes, "I'm moving on to districts." I go, "Well, that's awesome. What was your experiment?" And she said, "Well, I saw that my dad, they own groves, always puts molasses on the orange trees, and so I wondered if it would work for anything else." And so she did it on watermelons, and I stopped and I go, "Hold on, molasses?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "You just water it in?" Like my head was exploding because I had never heard of it. And she goes, "Yeah, you just water it in, and you just water it in, and it was greener. Excuse me. It was greener, and it produced fruit where the other watermelon plants didn't. So I was very intrigued by that, and Mary sent me a link to an article about it, and so I still have to read it. I've just been slammed. And then she's going to talk about it on her one of her lives upcoming. So I don't know if y'all have ever heard of putting molasses on at the base of your plants and watering it into the soil, but that really intrigued me. I missed a couple, but I wanted to get that out.
I've been learning many homestead skills, making a compost tumbler from a 30-gallon drum, a rain barrel from a trash can, and some other fun building projects. Yeah, the tumbler, Susie did that. We had that on one of our garden tours. Poppin', or whatever it was.
Whatever.
And then rain barrel from a trash can, which we've got barrels that Tim gave us. And then
You need to compost, and if you have a wood stove.
use the ash.
Yeah, no wood stoves here. Only heat we have is the electric emergency heat, just because we're in Florida, so you don't really need it.
Oh, so start throwing banana peels in a bucket of water to make compost tea. How long do you have to let that sit?
But
Because we don't eat bananas that
yeah,
often, but still.
we have the compost tumbler, just haven't used it. I mean, we put stuff in it, but then we neglect it and forget about
I
it.
really want to get that one compost thing that we found at the fair that year.
Yeah, the
I
home
would like to get
biogas.
that, where you could put everything in there, like food wise, not
Yeah.
trash. I mean, even bones you could put
Bones,
in there, and
meat.
it would take care of all of it.
Yeah, that home biogas is really cool.
That's the first time I've heard of that. I have to look that up. Oh, what?
The molasses.
Oh, okay.
Micro Farmer has a video
Video
on
on
molasses.
that.
Okay, cool. Do a
Okay,
brush
just
pile
fine.
and use the ash.
I mean, you do have like our Christmas tree and everything
I
out
could
there.
burn it.
You've got the barrel.
I just have to wait for it to rain and get green before I burn again.
Oh yeah, because we set
Yeah,
fire with fireworks.
I'm so paranoid of brush fires around here. Make a compost bin using pallet wood. It works. My parents have that. Use a cinder block for a compost pile. Stack up the blocks as it fills up. Oh, that's smart.
My grandma used to do a trash can one
Yeah.
in her backyard.
Use all the kitchen waste in it. I have seen somebody take, and I just got to get a bagger for the lawnmower. That's the only reason why I haven't started doing it yet. But he would take all his lawn clippings, put it in a pile, cover it with a tarp, and wet it down, and cover it with a tarp, and that was it. And like 8 days later, it was black soil. Like,
But why aren't we doing?
because I don't have a bagger.
Oh yeah.
I got to get a bagger. If I can get that lawnmower going, I'll see if Rick will sell me the bagger that he doesn't use anymore. It doesn't fit on his.
I use cinder blocks to make raised beds too.
I love cinder blocks.
We had raised beds until we got stink corn, or not stink corn.
Chickens.
No,
Oh, that's I bet you that's poison control.
I'm okay. Till we got the stink. Was it the mushrooms?
Stinkhorn mushrooms.
Yeah, and then it got in the wood and everything, and we got rid of it and moved the chickens in there.
If I had the facility, I would just grow my own mushrooms. There's a mushroom factory, about an hour and a half, 2 hours north of us, and they give free compost. Like, they make it so fast that they're just like, bring a trailer, we'll fill it up. I just don't have a trailer.
I just keep throwing garden wood chips down in the chicken coop cage. I will move the chickens in the spring and mix my compost with my tiller. Going to be great soil.
That's gonna be very good soil.
My friend actually grows Ontario mushrooms. He's turned into a multi-billion-dollar business. Wow.
Oh wow, I've never heard of Ontario mushrooms, so I'll have to check that out.
I don't eat mushrooms, so I don't know.
I've thought about growing. I know you can grow in coolers, like in your closet. You can grow king oyster mushrooms, which you liked those. You didn't.
That was the really big one.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have the normal mushroom flavor and texture.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
When I get up north, I'm growing morels. Even if I don't, just for myself. I mean, if I get enough, I'll sell them.
Get them and dehydrate them.
But yeah, I want morels.
All right, I have a 4x4 fabric raised beds that I'll be putting into a wood frame. I'm also doing 55-gallon drums in a frame for a few raised beds.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that we could do that with the ones we have out there.
Yeah.
All right, one of the largest places they grow mushrooms is St. Louis, Missouri, and an old salt mine.
Oh, that makes sense.
You can get plugs of mushrooms. I've heard of that, and just drill into a log.
Yeah, that's how the king oysters are. When I don't know why they call it oyster, because it's not like the oysters you see growing on the side of the tree. I'm talking, this thing is like this big, like huge.
They're calling back.
I know, but I can't answer it.
All right, wild morel mushrooms are awesome.
I agree. I miss them so bad. That was the thing. My dad and I would always go morel mushroom hunting every year. Soon, as soon as it got weather enough, which was usually about the second week of April, we were out in the woods looking for mushrooms. Um, oh, the mines. Yeah, I'd like to get out there and see all that kind of stuff.
We need a camper van.
We do. We need an ambulance.
Whichever one.
I don't want a camper van. That once I saw the converted ambulance.
I mean, yeah, I just something.
If I had a camper van, I think I'd probably be a little irritated at this point.
So I just want something because I like going camping, but I don't necessarily feel safe in a tent these days.
No, last time we went camping, we had kind of a scary situation with somebody at the campground. I didn't sleep much that night. Most of it was spent. Run for the mines. Yeah, we got some mines around here. Phosphate mines,
Get
but
dressed before you come out.
they go pretty deep into the earth, which is weird for this area. The morels, yeah.
Heads up if an asteroid is going to hit you in that area, run for the mines. A good old tent trailer that costs about $150 that you can pull around.
Yeah. There's a few of those tent trailers, but I don't know. I want something a little more
Solid. That we can
solid. Yeah. I didn't trust this guy.
Yeah.
He was on something. He wasn't just drunk. I think he had something else in his system. If he was just drunk, that wouldn't have bothered me. There was something off about this guy, and so camping is a little nervous right now.
There's so much fun.
But if we have that ambulance, so we turn into a camper.
We just lock it up and we're good to go.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. And then, if we get it soon enough, we'll have it for when we do move up to Ohio to stay in while we are
Scouting.
building the place and stuff. It's supposed to be a family thing. Yeah, he was fine the first 2 days. But man, our last night
Last night he was really
it was
a bit much.
Yeah. So I got to stay up. Hey, Pathways, how are you? I got to stay up with my hand on my pistol the whole night.
Right. So we found them in western Pennsylvania, the morels. We also had some really great shelf mushrooms, but forget what they are called. I need to learn more about foraging again.
Shelf mushrooms.
I would love to learn about
the chicken of the
foraging.
woods? Those are pretty good. Have you tried Facebook Marketplace? They have some. They don't have any around here. I've looked pretty hard. About the only place you can get an ambulance around here is I'd have to drive up to Gainesville to one of the government auctions, or get in really good with some first responders around here, and they'll let you know when they have one. But our firehouse that I was the Santa for, they just got rid of one.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, we missed out on that. But, and I mean, it only had like 60,000 or 70,000 miles on it. Gainesville, Florida. Yeah, so Gainesville's what, 3.5 hours from here?
Something like that.
I'd ask Carolyn if she was in here. That's her neck of the woods.
Not fun when camping is supposed to be a family thing and someone like that messes it
Yeah.
up. I mean, like Owen had no idea. He still had a wonderful, great time, but all the adults were on edge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're dead.
Well, my dad probably falls asleep.
Yeah.
He could fall asleep at the drop of a hat.
I'm not. If they were the chicken of the woods. Oh, okay. All I know is they were like 1.5 inches thick. Oh. No, definitely not chicken of the woods. But that's pretty cool.
Just wondered you
I used
used
to go to auctions when I lived in Georgia. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people come down from Georgia because it's not too far. If you're really looking for something like that, it's worth that drive. Yeah, we want to move to Ohio, Northeast Ohio, really as soon as we can, but it's still going to be a little while because Hannah's got to finish her her licensing for teaching and all that stuff. So we'll We'll move within state before we can move out of state. But
Alright.
why Ohio? It's cold by the lake in the
love
winter.
Lake Erie.
That's why we want to go to that area for the lake effect snow.
I grew up on the other side of Lake Erie. I love Lake Erie.
Yeah. Yeah, she grew up not too far from Port Dover, there in southern Ontario. But oh no, it froze.
It's not up there though.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the time zone, Jeremy knows what I'm saying. If it wasn't for the time zone, I would move to the panhandle of Texas.
I hate
Like-
different time zones.
Like right there by Oklahoma. But I don't ever want to leave Eastern time zone again.
No, it's too much.
Yeah.
You never know when to call people who live here.
And my dad works different. No, Texas up in the panhandle, it gets cold. Cold enough that we could have our reindeer farm.
I do like that area right next to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was our other choice, but
That was our first
That was our
choice.
first choice because we went camping there and
Yeah,
we
we wanted
absolutely
Western
loved
Pennsylvania.
it. And you got on a homesteading
Yeah,
group,
homesteading
and
group.
they all said if you like Pennsylvania, just live on the other side of the state line in Ohio.
Yeah, they did pretty much everything but say, do not come to Pennsylvania. Like, they tried so hard to talk me out of it. And once they found out my aversion to strong-armed government, they're like, yeah, you would not like Pennsylvania.
It says if you're going to Ohio, try Western Pennsylvania for mushroom foraging.
We'll definitely do that. My parents live up there. Just down the road from Lehman's, the big Amish store. And he went mushroom hunting a few times once they moved up there. But I'm from Indiana, and I mean, you get them Walmart bag fulls of morels. Anyway.
Full of morels.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Full of morels.
So, yeah, I mean, Texas that fits me the best, except for the time zone. I really don't want to leave time zone again. But anyway, well, sweetie, we started late.
It's 7:15.
We've gone late. He's got to go to bed, and we got to run to the store really quick to get the waters. You should. Drops. What? Remind me where you're at. I mean, it's got to be cold enough now, but I lived above Johnstown, PA. We would go somewhere near Pittsburgh. I love Pittsburgh. I can't wait to go back again. West of Spokane. You should be good for morels. Just have to do it a little bit later than what I would have found in Indiana. But look up Urban Farming Guys. They have an incredible video on free sowing morels in their yard, and they actually used it as a financial operation. I mean, you could grow indoors too. It's just a little bit more finicky, but you could. All right, you guys have an amazing day. Tell the kiddo I said hello, and I'll definitely bug you guys later. All right, you have a good one, buddy. But anyway, all right. We can't do the Southern goodbyes tonight and spend an extra 20 minutes talking. So, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Bye.